Hello everyone, welcome again back to the predictions for the coming F1 season, where I'm going to be telling you what I think of the season and what will be surprising. So the first question, of course, goes to who will win the F1 Aussie Grand Prix 2017 this time next week, or just Sunday the 28th of March. So I reckon the polls will be, I reckon someone surprising, I reckon Vettel could pip Hamilton to pole for the first season in the new era. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I reckon the qualifying status, I reckon it'll be Vettel, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Verstappen, and Massa. And yeah, there's my poll. For the race, that's a whole different story. But as I'm going to say, the winner, I predict, I reckon it's going to be a surprise winner. It's 50-50 with Lewis Hamilton or Bottas or anyone like that. But yeah, so I reckon I'm going to go out on a limb here. I know it's really bold, but I think Ricciardo could win his home Grand Prix in the first race. Don't tell me why, don't tell me when I thought of this, but I gotta say he does look promising in the season going. They're playing it down at the moment though, the whole Red Bull crew. They're practically sandbagging most of the things they're doing at testing, so yeah, Aussie Grand Prix, the first Grand Prix of the season. Daniel Ricciardo will win that. My prediction that is. Second place will be obviously Lewis Hamilton, and then Vettel, Verstappen, Raikkonen, and Bottas in the other Merc. And yeah, so that's my first race prediction. So onto the season. Which team will be the most surprising? I reckon personally, I know they haven't done too much this testing, but I really like the look of Toro Rosso, because if I know the aerodynamics are different from Mercedes, but they got like the same bodywork style, if you know what I mean, like the same nose, not obviously the same aero package, but yeah, Force India could drop one below Toro Rosso this season in the surprising package, and maybe you never know, one Force India, Haas or Renault or Toro Rosso could win just one race this season. That would be epic for either of them teams. So yeah, the next thing we're going to be talking about is what on earth will McLaren do? McLaren is a big question mark. Recently they have extended a deal with Honda for some reason, after numerous of discussions back in the beyond the scenes of potentially grabbing a Mercedes engine package for the McLaren as they was once known, but that is obviously not at the moment, as Honda has come out and said to the media that they are 100% committed with McLaren to work in F1. So you never know. It's going to be a really up and down season, especially for McLaren, Honda, and fingers crossed for McLaren fans at least that they could bounce back because no one knows exactly what's going to happen during the season in this new powered era. So the next one, I think, has to be, of course, the who's going to have the most crashes. I know I like the crashes and all that, but not in a mean way. I just, like to see some contact with numerous of cars, forcing the safety car to come out and making the grid pack up and all that stuff. So the most crashes, I reckon, could be, or better that, the most retirements, I reckon, will be. I know he's British, I know we should support our Brits, but I just have that feeling maybe Ericsson in the Sauber. Yeah, I was before Ericsson, I was about to say Palmer, but seeing Renault is like, they're like a different car, but we still don't know. They are a bit up and down at the moment. So yeah, I reckon Ericsson and the Sauber will have more mechanical failures during the season. But I do hope they can grab some points, because I reckon the top teams are Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull. And then the middle are Williams, Force India, Sauber, Haas, and that's it. And then the last of the pecking order will be McLaren and Sauber, but you never know, do you? So yeah. So that said, now is the best thing you're waiting for, the prediction for the customer team, or just like the constructor. My words are getting mixed up. I apologise. So the thing, obviously, people are licking their lips for is the winner, the team winner of the end of the season constructors Formula 1 2017 FIA Championship. And I reckon it could be Ferrari. Ferrari are the team this year, if anything. They are the team to potentially nick the title from Mercedes. Obviously, as you can tell, with a driver's title, that'll be just something different, but I'm not sure. I reckon Bottas won't grab enough points for the team. Obviously, Hamilton will be up there winning races and all that, but Bottas, I don't know. I have a bad vibe with Bottas and Mercedes. Just don't like it. And I think he'll grab least points. Obviously, yes, to get used to his new team, but yeah, he probably will pick up least points due to maybe failures, or just Ferrari and Red Bull just catching up and getting better, and maybe just poor starts, you never know. But I reckon Mercedes, Lewis will grab all the points at like most of the races, but Bottas will fail behind. And I do like Bottas as a driver, but he's just in a too great car team. So yeah, but in another F1 podcast, maybe, is the future of F1, as they are gonna be interesting, because Bottas only has 1 year deal with Mercedes, and that opens up for Alonso, Vettel, Ricciardo, Verstappen, potentially even Raikkonen. I know, how shocking is that? So and that'll be in a separate podcast, but yeah, the season's looking great. And obviously, I know what you're waiting for, the Drivers' Championship. I reckon Lewis obviously will win it, but it'll be really close. It'll be like 2 points in it towards the end of the season. And I think the title decider will be at Abu Dhabi, fingers crossed. So that's it for now. Thank you all for watching, or just listening. Smash that like button as hard as you Japan. And obviously, I'll see you next time. Peace.